Welcome to The Explainer, where we take some incredibly complex realities and break them all down into clear visual slides. Cinematic documentary photography of a sleek, dark, modern study. A young woman with short, dark hair looking intently at the camera with a glowing holographic display behind her. Dark, moody, blue and gold rim lighting. 8K HDR, highly detailed, sharp focus. Today, we're diving into a totally fascinating premise. Medium shot of the young woman in the modern study gesturing enthusiastically. Dark, moody, blue and gold rim lighting, 8K HDR, highly detailed, sharp focus. It turns out reality is constantly being filtered for us, not just by the devices sitting right there in our pockets, but literally by the neurons firing inside our heads. Extreme close-up of the woman's eyes reflecting glowing digital lines of code blending into organic neural pathways. Realistic textures, volumetric lighting, dramatic contrast, depth of field.
Seriously, have you ever stopped to ask yourself, how exactly is my reality being curated? Medium shot of the young woman in the modern study, surrounded by floating, transparent screens showing news feeds and videos. Photorealistic, dark, moody blue lighting, sharp focus. Because, the information you consume every single day doesn't just magically appear by chance. Push-in shot on one of the floating screens displaying complex scrolling algorithms. Cinematic documentary style, 8K HDR, volumetric lighting, depth of field. It's heavily selected, filtered, and prioritized before you even see it. Close-up of the woman looking thoughtfully at the scrolling data. Cinematic documentary photography. Realistic reflections, dark, moody lighting. So let's jump right into this dual-layered journey of algorithms, looking at both the silicon in our tech and the synapses in our brains. Slow zoom out showing the woman standing between a towering, sleek server rack on her left and a glowing anatomical brain model on her right. Dramatic contrast, realistic reflections.
Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap for today. Wide shot of the woman swiping a hand across the holographic display, revealing a structured glowing list, dark, moody blue and gold rim lighting, 8K, photorealistic. We're going to cover decoding YouTube's algorithm, the evolution of video, YouTube in the classroom, the brain's algorithm, and finally, the neuroscience of manifestation. Micro shot of the glowing text of the agenda floating in the air, crisp and sharp, volumetric lighting, dark background, 8K HDR.
Let's kick things off with decoding YouTube's algorithm.
When you stop and think about the absolute massive scale of a platform like YouTube, you realize that super sophisticated recommendation systems are just an absolute necessity to cut through all that noise. Wide aerial shot of a futuristic data center filled with endless rows of glowing blue servers, photorealistic, volumetric lighting, dramatic contrast. Looking under the hood at this database schema, we can see exactly how they pull this off. Over-the-shoulder shot of the woman looking at a complex database schema diagram glowing on a monitor. Cinematic documentary photography, realistic reflections, 8K. User profiles, video metadata, and engagement metrics are systematically captured and sorted in these linked tables. Close-up of the woman's face illuminated by the complex database lines reflecting on her skin. Cinematic documentary photography, dark, moody lighting, sharp focus. It's a highly organized, relentless ecosystem designed to capture literally every single click, view duration, and keyword you interact with. Slow zoom on the collaborative_filtering_ pre-stage table glowing in amber light on the monitor. Photorealistic, highly detailed, depth of field, dark, moody lighting.
Now what's really fascinating here is the stark contrast between the two primary ways this system filters your reality. Medium shot of the woman pointing at a split-screen holographic display in the study, cinematic documentary photography, blue and gold rim lighting, 8K HDR. On one side we have content-based filtering, which basically treats you as a siloed individual. Push-in shot of the left side of the screen showing isolated user icons and keyword tags, photorealistic, sharp focus, dramatic contrast. It focuses heavily on metadata, tags, and your specific past behavior. Close-up of the floating digital tags wrapping around the woman's hand, volumetric lighting, realistic textures, highly detailed. But on the flip side, collaborative-based filtering treats you as part of this giant collective hive mind. Tracking shot moving to the right side of the screen showing a massive interconnected web of glowing user nodes, volumetric lighting, highly detailed, depth of field. It leverages community trends, user similarities, and global click-through rates to suggest what your peers are currently binging. Wide shot of the woman looking up in awe at the massive glowing web of interconnected user nodes, expanding across the ceiling, cinematic documentary photography, dark moody lighting, 8K.
Moving right along to the evolution of video.
You see, the algorithm doesn't just quietly run in the background. The very interface you interact with is constantly evolving to shape your viewing habits. Medium shot of the woman walking slowly past a floating timeline of changing interfaces. Photorealistic, blue rim lighting, realistic reflections. If we trace this timeline, we spot some pretty significant shifts. Medium close-up of the woman pointing at a specific node on the floating timeline. Cinematic documentary photography, 8K HDR, depth of field. Take July 2018, for example, when the Polymer redesign moved things away from HTML-based legacy versions. Macro shot of the 2018 timeline node glowing red, cinematic documentary photography, 8K HDR,
depth of field.
And then literally just a month later, they completely removed the search result counter. Close-up of the woman looking surprised, illuminated by the red glow of the timeline. Sharp focus, volumetric lighting. That subtle change totally shifted how we perceive the sheer volume of available information. Push and shot on a search bar interface where the numbers fade away into darkness. Photorealistic, volumetric lighting, sharp focus. Now fast forward to 2026, and AI integration is set to radically change content creation, letting users produce entire games with just simple text prompts. Slow zoom out to reveal a futuristic 2026 interface bursting with glowing interactive 3D elements. Dramatic contrast, highly detailed, realistic textures.
And this brings us to a really defining perspective from YouTube CEO Neil Mohan. He states, throughout this evolution, AI will remain a tool for expression, not a replacement. This perfectly emphasizes that 2026 vision, where over 1 million channels are using AI daily. It highlights technology as a powerful enabler of human creativity rather than some kind of threat to it.
Next up, let's look at YouTube in the classroom. So, how do we humans consciously interact with this curated content out in the real world? Push and shot on holographic students and a professor interacting with a glowing video screen, photorealistic, realistic textures, volumetric lighting. Well, let's look at a pretty wild study from higher education. Medium shot of the woman leaning forward slightly, looking intently at the holographic data. Dark moody blue lighting, 8K HDR. Interestingly, both instructors and students rank accuracy as their absolute #1 filter when selecting an educational video. Macro shot of the word accuracy highlighted in bright gold on the floating table, photorealistic, volumetric lighting, sharp focus. But here's where it gets interesting. Their secondary filters diverge completely. Wide shot of the woman observing diverging ranking numbers connected by glowing red and blue lines, realistic reflections, dramatic contrast, dark, moody lighting. Students actually prioritize the age of the video much more than instructors do, whereas instructors, surprisingly, rank entertainment value way higher than the students. Close-up of the red and blue glowing lines crossing each other, cinematic documentary photography, sharp focus, depth of field, 8K. It beautifully demonstrates how our conscious human priorities can often differ entirely from a machine's automated algorithm. Wide shot of the woman thoughtfully looking between a mechanical, robotic arm holding a server and a human hand holding a pen, cinematic documentary photography, depth of field.
Which leads us nicely into the brain's algorithm. Leaving those digital server farms behind for a second, let's compare these digital filters to the neurobiology of the human mind, guided by the profound insights of neurosurgeon Dr. James Doherty. Close-up of the woman's face bathed in the soft glow of a highly detailed holographic brain pulsating with electrical signals. Sharp focus, dramatic contrast, depth of field. He introduces us to a biological filter called the salience network, which he describes as the brain's, quote, bloodhound. Extreme close-up of a specific glowing region inside the holographic brain representing the salience network, cinematic documentary photography, 8K, highly detailed. This built-in system is constantly searching our noisy environment for opportunities that match what he calls value-tagged information. Medium shot of the woman watching the brain model emits sweeping radar-like pulses of light into the dark room, photorealistic, volumetric lighting, realistic reflections. Meaning, setting an intention is exactly like giving your brain's search algorithm a specific keyword to look for in a crowded room. Wide shot of the room illuminated by the radar-like pulses, the woman standing calmly in the center. Cinematic documentary photography, dark moody lighting, 8K HDR.
Now, what is truly mind-blowing here is how your emotional state literally dictates which biological network is running your physical reality. Wide shot of the woman standing between two giant glowing anatomical models of the nervous system. Cinematic documentary photography, 8K HDR, depth of field. The sympathetic nervous system is driven entirely by fear and shame. Push-in shot on the left nervous system model, glowing an angry, jagged red, photorealistic, highly detailed, volumetric lighting. That's your classic fight-or-flight response. And get this, it actually shuts down your executive control network, severely limiting your creativity. Close-up of the woman looking concerned, half her face illuminated by the harsh red light. Cinematic documentary photography, dramatic contrast, sharp focus. Conversely, the parasympathetic nervous system is your rest and digest mode. Tracking shot to the right nervous system model, glowing a calm, smooth, soothing blue, realistic textures, sharp focus, dramatic contrast. Driven by love and kindness, it opens up full access to your brain's highest creativity and memory centers. Medium shot of the woman smiling, bathed in the soothing blue light of the right model. Realistic reflections, volumetric lighting, 8K HDR.
This biological reality is perfectly summarized by Dr. Doherty himself. When I changed how I looked at myself, it changed how I looked at the world. Medium shot of the woman looking up at this quote written in glowing white light against the dark background. Cinematic documentary photography, gold rim lighting, 8K. He realized that shifting his internal narrative from an insecure, selfish one to a narrative of service completely rewrites your biological algorithm. Close-up of the woman smiling slightly, a reflection of glowing neural pathways overlaying her face. Photorealistic, volumetric lighting, depth of field. Because think about it, if you are constantly feeding negative, fearful data into your system, your brain is only going to curate a reality filled with threats. Slow zoom on a dark, shadowed corner of the room where the neural lights fade into darkness. Highly detailed, realistic reflections, dramatic contrast.
Finally, let's explore the neuroscience of manifestation. Let's move to the practical application of all this and look at how we can actively program this biological algorithm to curate a much healthier reality. Medium shot of the woman raising her hands as glowing symbols of manifestation and brain biology merge together in the air. Photorealistic, highly detailed, volumetric lighting. The absolute foundational rule in neuroscience is what wires together, fires together. Extreme close-up of two glowing neurons reaching out and connecting with a spark of bright light. Cinematic documentary photography, 8K, highly detailed. Dr. Doty makes it incredibly clear that manifestation isn't some sort of magic. It is the disciplined, repetitive, physical wiring of the brain's sensory and motor areas. Slow zoom out showing a complex network of neurons firing in rapid, synchronized golden patterns around the woman. Photorealistic, volumetric lighting, dark, moody background. If you want a different reality, you literally have to put in the reps to build those new neural pathways. Medium shot of the woman looking determined, bathed in the golden light of the firing neurons. Realistic reflections, sharp focus, dramatic contrast.
And here is the exact four-step process Dr. Doty learned when he was just 12 years old to effectively value tag goals deep into his subconscious mind. Wide shot of the woman standing next to a glowing holographic list of steps. Cinematic documentary photography. Blue and gold rim lighting, 8K HDR. To really program your salience network, you've got to engage multiple senses. Push-in shot on the glowing text as the woman reaches out to touch it. Photorealistic, highly detailed, depth of field. Step 1, write the intention down. Macro shot of the first step illuminating with a sharp click. Volumetric lighting, realistic textures, dramatic contrast. Step 2, read it silently. Macro shot of the second step illuminating. Cinematic documentary photography, 8K, highly detailed. Step 3, read it aloud. Macro shot of the third step illuminating, glowing brightly, dark moody background. And step 4, visualize it vividly. Macro shot of the fourth step illuminating, sharp focus, vibrant golden light. Doing this repetitively tells your brain's algorithm exactly what is important, so it knows what to look out for. Close-up of the woman's eye, with the glowing 4 steps reflected perfectly in her pupil. Sharp focus, dark moody lighting.
To kickstart this, he uses a 10-letter mantra that offers a highly practical way to start that programming every single morning. Medium shot of the woman looking at a circular holographic dial displaying 10 virtues. Cinematic documentary photography, 8K, realistic reflections. Dr. Doty pairs a morning breathing routine with these 10 specific concepts: compassion, dignity, equanimity, forgiveness, gratitude, humility, integrity, justice, kindness, and love. Tracking shots slowly circling the glowing dial as each word lights up in a serene blue, photorealistic, highly detailed volumetric lighting. This whole routine is explicitly designed to fire up that parasympathetic nervous system, opening up your mind's filters to positivity before your day even begins. Wide shot of the woman taking a deep breath, the harsh dark room softening into a warm, gentle blue glow. Sharp focus, dramatic contrast, depth of field.
All of this brings us to one final provocative question. Medium shot of the woman turning directly to face the camera. Cinematic documentary photography. Dark moody blue and gold rim lighting. 8K HDR. Are you actively tagging your reality, or are you just letting the algorithm decide for you? Push-in shot on the woman's face. An overlapping reflection of YouTube code and biological neurons fading across her features. Photorealistic, highly detailed, volumetric lighting. Because whether it's a massive digital platform feeding you videos, or your own biological network feeding you emotions, these systems desperately require your conscious input to work in your favor. Medium close-up of the woman looking piercingly into the lens. Sharp focus, realistic textures, dramatic contrast. Take control of your filters, and you take control of your world. Slow zoom out, leaving the woman standing powerfully in the modern study, surrounded by perfectly balanced digital and biological glowing elements. 8K, cinematic depth of field, fading to dark.